Remember this guy, Forgiato Blow? He made a new song that is absolutely horrifying. Listen to this.
Whoa, we need a big tall tree and a short piece of rope. Hang them up high at sundown. Leave them swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town.
I don't know if you guys are aware of this. I'm sure you probably are. But in the 60s and the 50s and long before that, lynching was really, really popular. Lynching black people. Just finding the person in the town that was black and hanging them from a tree. It was primarily done by the KKK. And it happened a lot in what they called sundown towns, which I lived in Milton, West Virginia. And the idea is at sundown, you grab the people that shouldn't be there and you hang them from a tree and leave them swinging as a message to other black people in the area. Now, this song, I believe, is a reaction to the Ukrainian girl who died recently. It was a mentally ill black person that did it. And it released the day after 2 black people were publicly lynched and left hanging from trees.
A short piece of rope, hang them up high at sundown, leave them swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town.
Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, but if you do, bitch, we'll hang you in a fucking field.
You shall not steal, you shall not kill, but if you do kill, then I'm going to kill you. I mean, is he not seeing the hypocrisy here? Only God can judge. We need a legal system on Earth to sort out criminals and everything else, but he's not talking about a legal system. He's talking about vigilante justice. He's talking about straight up murder with no trial or anything. He's just talking about killing black people. Our country is so divided right now. I don't know how we come back from this. That's not fair. I do know how we come back from this. New Nuremberg trials is how we come back from it. I read about World War II and how they handled denazification at the time. And the answer is with an iron fist. There were people like this in Germany after World War II, and they charged them in Spruikhammer courts is actually what it was. I mean, Nuremberg trials was for like the arch criminals, but Spruikhammer courts charged everybody from nominal party members to concentration camp guards. We need Spruikhammer courts. There is no more reasoning with somebody that says that they want to hang black people from trees and tries to get it to number 1. This is on YouTube, and his pinned comment says, "Let's get the truth to number 1." That's his pinned comment. We need Spruikhammer courts. We need to charge these people with criminal incitement. There is no more reasoning with people like this. We can't reason our way out of this situation anymore. Now it's time for criminal charges. And at this moment in time, that's not going to happen right now. But Donald Trump is like 80. And God willing, he dies a peaceful death in his bed with family members, hopefully adult family members, at a ripe old age of 103. Hopefully that's how it goes. But when he's gone, nobody's going to be able to control the party anymore, not like Trump. And the Republican Party is f***ed. Pam Bondi is f***ed. Elon Musk is f***ed. These people are f***ed. We need to push for new Nuremberg trials, for new Spruikhammer courts, for the people involved in this, for the people who brought us to where we are. This is beyond unacceptable. And if you want to know what I think you should be doing right now, I have 2 answers. Resist in any way you possibly can. If you can't resist, if surviving is all you can do, then consider that resistance. Number 2, keep a journal. Contemporaneous accounts from the era in World War II Germany were eternally useful to prosecutors and to historians trying to understand what happened. Record everything.
We don't judge by skin, we judge by soul. So God can judge your sin, but bitch, you gotta go. Austin Metcalf lost his life at a track meet. The news won't say it, so I say it on a trap beat.
I get he's talking about the people who died. You're literally talking about killing people right now. These were tragic accidents that everybody can agree are bad. You are talking about killing Democrats, okay? Killing the left, killing black people right now, indiscriminately. You're saying we're going to hang them from trees. This dude is too far gone. How old is he? 35, maybe? 40? I don't know. You probably have 40 more years in this country, Forgiato. You have 40 more years. How many years does Trump have? Keep contemporaneous records.
And while they running from accountability, Lake and Riley was murdered while she was running in the streets. Who would have thought the girl who left the danger in Ukraine would get her life taken riding on a train by a nigga when she's repping Black Lives Matter?
The thing is, you're using the N-word here in a derogatory way. He's not using it the way that, you know, black people use it when referring to each other. He's using it like the actual N-word with a hard R. Whether he used the hard R or not, he's using it like that. I just want everybody to understand, like, what he just did. Don't let him get away with this.
But you triggered by this song, tell me which is sadder.
Big tall tree and a short piece of rope. Hang 'em up high at sundown. Leave 'em swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town. A big tall tree and a short piece of rope. Hang 'em up high at sundown. Leave 'em swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town. Oh, that's too much.
Dude, what is it like to have that much hate in your heart? What's that like? You know, hate to this degree changes the way you look almost. Like, look at Stu Peters. He is a Nazi. He talks about this kind of thing all the time. If you don't know him, it's because people haven't been covering him very much because they don't want to give him airtime or whatever, because he's a full-blown Nazi that advocates for this. I just did a video on my Unfiltered channel where Stu Peters advocates for this. Like, here, this is a great example. Look at just the anger in his face. It's always like this. I don't know that I've ever seen the guy laugh before, come to think of it.
This country doesn't have a racism problem. We don't have a gun problem. We don't have a poverty problem that's causing mass violence. What we have here is a black problem. We have a problem with black crime. This is a group of people.
People, in air quotes, I guess. The point is that there's such a ridiculous divide, I don't believe that there's any fixing it beyond Spruikhammer courts. And we can't make that work unless we have contemporaneous records. The more, the better. Keep a journal of what is happening right now.
Crime in the streets these days. Too much evil going down. If they get 'em up out of the bricks for a while, the judge turns them loose on the town.
So he's drawing up this fictional scenario where judges release black people from jail just because they want to wreak havoc because they're leftists. Like, I don't know what you think is happening. This is completely fabricated. The cash bail system is a problem. Our legal system, our bail system, there are a ton of critiques to be had here, a ton. The answer is not lynching black people. I can't believe I have to say that. The answer is trying to reform our bail system. Like, these people control every branch of government right now, every branch. You're telling me the only solution that you could come up with is lynching black people? Instead of maybe advocating for some very specific policy change, you've decided this is the solution?
How many mothers gotta cry? How many children gotta die before we put an end to all this mess? We ought to do it like they did it way back in the day, 'cause granddaddy's way it works best.
That is a clear, unambiguous reference to lynching black people by the KKK. Granddaddy's way works best. Lynch black people.
Who's gonna right them wrongs, my friend?
The government can right wrongs to the best of their ability, but if you're complaining that they're not, then blame the Trump administration, not black people as a whole.
Vengeance is the Lord's, but brother, justice ain't a sin. We need a big tall tree and a short piece of rope. Hang 'em up high at sundown. Leave 'em swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town. short piece of rope.
And if you notice, he keeps like flashing images of dogs. This is another thing they used to do. They used to set dogs on black people like this to chase them down and then hang them. The song's name is Good versus Evil. I don't know how we got here, man. I don't know how we got here.
Tree and a short piece of rope. Hang 'em up high at sundown. Leave 'em swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town.
That's the song. And even more horrifyingly, we have Brian Kilmeade recently saying that he wants to involuntarily murder homeless people. He said involuntary lethal injection. Listen to this.
Health crisis happening.
Exactly.
But it's not our job. We shouldn't have to live in fear while they figure out what's going on right there.
Right.
Put them in a mental institution, put them in a jail, and you guys figure it out. But people having to duck and dive on the trains and the buses, walking through the street.
They're talking about the same issue that Forgiato Blow was talking about. Somebody died on a train.
This is one case, but this is happening all across the country, and it's not a money issue. They have given billions of dollars to mental health and the homeless population. A lot of them don't want to take the programs. A lot of them don't want to get the help that is necessary. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you, or you decide that you're going to be locked up in jail.
Okay, so what he just proposed was removing somebody's bodily autonomy who isn't a criminal. If you're not going to take the resources that we provide, then we're going to lock you up. Well, they haven't done anything. If they did something illegal, then of course lock them up. That's not in dispute. Nobody ever tried to argue you shouldn't lock somebody up if they've done something illegal. He's arguing they should be locked up without doing something illegal. They should be locked up just because they're homeless. But it gets worse.
That's the way it has to be now.
Or involuntary lethal injection or something. Just kill them.
Yeah, Brian, why did it have to get to this point?
Right.
Involuntary lethal injection. Involuntary lethal injection is this dude's solution to homeless problem. Was he fired? Jimmy Kimmel was fired recently. No, Brian Kilmeade was not fired. He's back on air. He's doing his thing as he always did. He apologized, but nothing on Fox News is unintentional, in my opinion. We are in this moment in history in the United States where things are being pushed really, really, really far. And as the propaganda network, as the media arm of the state, Fox News, in my opinion, decided to see how far they could push it. See if people are here yet. And the answer is no, they're not there quite yet. We are in a disturbing moment, and all I can say is we need to keep contemporaneous notes. Lots of people. So that if something happens to ours, they burn up in a fire, or we're arrested, or whatever. Lots of evidence will exist for what they're doing, for what these people are doing. Name them in your notes. Don't let these people get away with this, because a pendulum will swing back. It will. And when it does, these people are going to have a legal price to pay.